What do you think is the meaning of this whole thing? So you look at planets, they seem to orbit stuff without asking the why question. And for some reason, life emerged on Earth such that it led to big brains that can ask the big why question. Do you think there's an answer to it?
I'm not sure what the question is. Like, what
meaning of life?
The meaning of life. It's 42.
It's 42.
Yeah. But, aside from that, it's, why, I think if the question you're asking is like, why we do all this, right?
Why?
It's part of the human condition, right? Human beings are fundamentally, I feel like, sort of stochastic and fundamentally interested in kind of expanding our own understanding of the world around us.
And creating stuff to enable that understanding. So we're like stochastic, fundamentally stochastic. So like there's just a bunch of randomness that really doesn't seem like it has a good explanation. And yet there's a kind of direction to our being that we just keep wanting to create and to understand.
That's right. I've met people that are, that claim to be anti-science, right? And yet in their anti-science, discussion, they're like, if you're so, scientific, then why don't you explain to me how, this works? And it always, there's that fundamental seed of curiosity and interest that is common to all of us. That is absolutely what makes us human, right? And I'm in a privileged position of being able to have that be my job, right? I think as time evolves forward, and the kind of economy changes. I mean, we're already starting to see, a shift towards that type of, creative, enterprise as emerging, taking over a bigger and bigger chunk of the sector. It's not yet, I think, the dominant portion of the economy by any account. But if we compare this to the time when the dominant thing you would do would be to, go to a factory and do the same exact thing, right? I think, there's a tide there and things are sort of headed in that direction.
Yeah, life's becoming more and more fun. I can't wait. Honestly, what happens
I can't wait
next?
to just chill.
Just chill.
The terminal point of this is to just chill and wait for those Kuiper Belt objects to complete one orbit.
I'm going to credit you with this idea. I do hope that we definitively discover proof that there is a Planet 9 out there in the next few years, so you can sit back with a cigar, or a cigarette, or vodka, or wine, and just say, I told you so.
That's already happening. I'm going to do that later tonight.
As I mentioned, confidence is essential to being a rock star. I really appreciate you explaining so many fascinating things to me today. I really appreciate the work that you do out there. And I really appreciate you talking with me today.
Thanks, Konstantin. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me on.